Hey, hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whichever one it may be. How are you? How are things? How is life? How are you treating life? That will let me know how life is for you. So, I've been wanting to do this video like for a very long time, but I think I have like this little bit of a fear of this whole internet what do you call it, vlog thing. But I'm getting over it. I'm working on it. So I just want you to kind of grow with me as I grow through it. But today, I'm really anxious to share with you a discussion around cross continental relationships. And we're starting, this will be the first one, but we'll do several of them. I want you to please feel free to give me your questions or your comments so that we can address them when we do a like a live blog. I like to do a live one where we can actually interact. So the cross continental relationships is going to cover many things, not just relationships for business, but relationships for romantic, including marriages. And there are cross continental relationships between Africans. So that's wherever you are, the different relationships that we have with each other from across the water, or across the quote unquote borders. We'll cover relationships, we'll cover business, we'll cover social, political, health, culture, including arts and entertainment. What else? Heritage, family, whatever you all come up with, fashions, whatever we come up with, we can cover them. So we won't be able to do everything in one session, but we'll cover different things. And I want to invite some people to share their stories because some of the stories will be very rich and they'll add to the discussion. And the main purpose and the intent of us doing these discussions are to help to increase our understanding of each other on different sides of the water or different sides of borders, and to deepen our relationships so that we can handle the business that we need to handle in order for our global success as African people. So I hope that you're with me and that you'll join me and that you'll subscribe and that you'll put your questions and comments so that we can continue to grow together. I'll also be sharing with you plenty of different resources. There are lots of resources that are out there. There are lots of us that are doing many different things that, some things that people want and they don't know about them. And we're just like not really connected. And I think that there's a growing effort to build databases so that we are able to connect with each other around different things, whether it's building and development or work and business or whatever it is. We just need to have more connectivity. And I'm looking forward to helping to be a big part of building that. So there are some things that I wanted to share with you right off. I guess the first thing I wanted to talk about is business relations and building business relationships cross-continental. That is very important that we do that. And actually, I'm not going to just start with just one. I'm going to just kind of hit on the different ones. And then you can kind of add things that you might want to add about the different areas, okay? So I just started like with business, but there's so much to cover with business. I'm really, really so much. And if any of you have ever been to the continent, you really understand what I'm saying. It's like almost, no, it's not almost. It can be totally overwhelming when you go to the continent, the opportunities, the business opportunities that are there. And the fact that everyone is there on the continent doing business, starting businesses, coming there broke and leaving there millionaires. All kinds of people from everywhere, Spain, Italy, Lebanon, Germany, Russia, China, Korea, Cambodia, Vietnamese. I mean, I just saw the whole gamut. Everybody is there handling business, making money from everything from baby clothing stores to shoe stores to fabric stores to auto parts stores, restaurants, all kinds of businesses. People really see Africa as the place to go and do this, start their businesses, make their money. And a lot of people actually see it as a place to go and live. The weather is good. Living is not that expensive, I mean, comparatively. And And actually, there are a few African Americans there and a few brothers and sisters from the islands, Caribbean, and a few from Europe, but it's more of other people there coming there to live than there are us coming from abroad to live. So, it's something to make note of. Education, any time that you go to the University of Ghana, which is there are several different accredited universities, and at one point I'll make sure that I get a list of accredited universities because that would be some important information for you to have, especially those of you that are students or that know people that are students, because in the United States, if you go to school here, you can actually do study abroad at any accredited university in the world, actually. But we're speaking of Africa. You can receive credit going to any school outside of the United States. You can attend, and your financial aid can even follow you there. So what else? Let's see. Heritage. So there are many of us, there are a lot of people that are doing the DNA test and that kind of thing. But even without doing the DNA test, like before they had them, many people wanted to go home because of heritage. They want to go back and see where their family is from, where their people are from. They want to visit the slave dungeons, the places where the atrocities happen, and just kind of reconnect and feel like they're reconnecting to their own roots, to a part of ourselves that we feel like we missed. And it's just unfair that we haven't made that connection. So, that's a big thing. And then I've actually met people from Africa who were really excited about coming here to the States and meeting with their brothers and sisters here that are from Africa. There are some people that have done so much studying of African American culture and everything about us. And they come here excited. A lot of times they're disappointed because they come here and the average person on the street might be so disrespectful. Children might be disrespectful. And that's something that we're going to discuss and talk about how to make some shifts so that we can handle that business so that our children will be like our children are supposed to be, very respectful and mannerable. And a lot of us have lost that. So there are people that are seeking this part of their heritage and their lineage that's on this side of the water as well. Social, political. There are a lot of things that we can do to complement each other. As you can see, there are a lot of Africans that have migrated here, and they're actually participating in the political scene here, and they're actually playing a part in shifting some of the social things here. So those are some things that we're going to discuss and just kind of get a greater understanding of. There are a lot of questions that both sides of us really have, I'm sure, and a lot of things that we can really share and a lot of perspectives that we can share. Sometimes the way that we think the first times we encounter may be totally different than the way we think 5 years later or 8 years later. So it's good if we can share those things with people that may really need to have that information so that we can move in a more solid fashion. Culture encompasses a lot. In this Western type orientation that we have, we separate art and entertainment from culture. But, in some ways, it's not always like the things that we see and that have been introduced to us as entertainment, oftentimes is culture. But also from that side, from the other side, is from the continent, from Africa. Many people who practice their culture have kind of adjusted the culture for the stage and then, made it to fit the entertainment agenda or, program that we have here. For example, I'm an African dancer, in case some of you don't know. I'm Rehema. I didn't say my name at the beginning. Like when we first started learning some of the dances as people came here, it's like they would tell us, okay, we're doing it really, really fast, but the dance is really not done that fast. It's just that it's done super, super fast for the stage because that's what the white people wanted to see. They wanted to have everything like sped up super fast. That really was exciting for them. But in fact, those dances, when they were done in the village setting, they weren't done that fast. They were done at a very steady rhythmic pace, but not like super fast. Okay. So, and I'm just using that as an example to say that that is a part of the culture that's actually been adapted for the stage. So it's been made into like an entertainment, like really it wouldn't be like so much where people are not participating in a part of it, but it's been made to be like more like an entertainment than a part of the actual culture in a natural setting. And so it is for a lot of the other art. Like when people do mirrors on their side of their house or inside their home on a wall, that's what it's for. Or if they do something on a basket or on a bowl or on a gourd or calabash, maybe it was art, but maybe it was art that was usable. Maybe it was something that was on the wall, but it was also a bowl that was used for eating and for certain ceremonies or things like that. So, it's kind of a cross up between culture, art, and entertainment. And we'll kind of discuss that, and we can discuss each one in their own right, but we can also discuss how they kind of cross and intermix. Okay. Let me see what else I got. Yeah, we're definitely going to cover going over development. And under the topic of development, I think we're going to cover a lot of things like, of course, the business things that are going on and certain development that has to happen on the continent and even for some of us here. But I think in this, when we talk about development, we're also going to talk about things that can help prevent some of the calamities that happen with us, even like what happened here in the South, but happens more often on the continent and in more devastating ways. And I think it's really something for us to talk about and put things out there and connect with each other so that we can make some shifts and make some real changes because people don't have to go through things like they're doing. There are different things that can be done to the environment that can make it more friendly for us in the event that different things happen. And, different ways that we can live. And there are different technologies, some of them old and some of them new, and some of them revisited. They were old, but they're being brought back as new. And I want us to share some of those, and I want us to share different technologies and different techniques. And of course, under development, we're going to deal with agriculture and food security. So, just I guess the most that I'm going to say is just get ready. Get ready for these sessions. Get ready for something really phenomenal to happen as we come together and do this. So I'm really, really looking forward. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I'm stepping up to do it, and I want to see it happen. And many of you may know I have a lot of relations on the continent. I've been married to people from the continent and, well, to brothers from the continent. And, you know, I want to be able to share some of my stories, and I want people to come on and share their stories. I've learned a lot over these years, and I think a lot of it is very valuable information to get out there and to share with other people on both sides of the water and, pull up our love power so we can get some more things done that can really help all of us. So I'm going to look forward to you. Put your comments, put your requests, whatever questions, whatever you have, just drop them down below, and I will definitely get back to you. I will definitely respond. And in the interim, an abundance of love, Black love. Okay. All right. I'm looking forward, giving thanks.